Car of Nico Muller. We have 5 red lights. The lights are out and we are away and racing. Augusto Farfus bogs down right at the very start. Timo Glock manages to hold off Eduardo Mortara as they all go through. Turn number 1, Bruno Spengler out wide. Matthias Ekström trying to make moves up the grid. Now, bear in mind, Matthias Ekström racing not only in DTM this weekend, but in Rallycross as well. He's very, very busy. Car, because wow, it talked me through that one. I thought I saw damage on the Jamie Green car, didn't see that in the live incident with Maro Engel. Oh, and there you can see significant damage to the Jamie Green car.
You lose such an important side of your front.
There's a replay of the incident then, and the Maro Engel that was the recipient of it, and we can see it from being on board with Matthias Ekström. Matthias braking just a little bit earlier there to take a look.
Too optimistic, I think, on the brakes, and then...
So it was Robert Wickens, wasn't it? That
yeah, Robert Wickens just running the back of Blomqvist.
Glock once again.
Deer is open. I mean, now it's a little bit closer, so probably now with less downforce you can pull on with speed.
Heading up towards the hairpin, they are absolutely side by side. Again, he'll go for the cutback here. And this time he can do it, but he's got to get right alongside, because otherwise he'll lose the inside line for the next turn. And again, potentially he's been denied, Alex Torriel.
Amazing. That's a really amazing job from Timo Glock. Now he got the inside into the Mercedes.
Oh, no! That was frustration, wasn't it?
That was frustration.
Around the hairpin they go, and there's Matthias Ekström then up the inside of Wittmann. Wittmann trying to come back at him now. Wittmann could have the inside line going into the next turn, and this could deny Matthias Ekström. Indeed it does. That was a great comeback there from Marco Wittmann. The problem is, when you use the hairpin as an overtake, you've got to be so on it. A second ahead of him, you see. Lucas Auer again dives to the inside. Timo Glock to the outside. Mike Rockenfeller trying to reel them both in. Matthias Ekström on the outside of Gary Pafford as well. So many different battles to watch. And there was Eki going through on Gary Pafford. He just got his nose in front, didn't he? Off. Here comes Glock then on Lucas Auer. A great job in defending Lucas Auer has done. Oh, and no! There's contact! There's contact! Now that actually compromised Timo Glock. In Lucas.
And Mike Rockenfeller is also out from to attack Glock. He's
Look at Mortara on Rocky. So the one that's vulnerable now is Mike Rockenfeller, the man that we thought was going to come into the party and perhaps claim P2. He's having to defend P3. Because Eduardo Mortara is on the inside now. That's the outside for the next turn, though, but he is quick. So Mike Rockenfeller trying to make that car as wide as possible. Here comes Matthias Ekström in here as well.
We're missing one lap.
Yes, please give us extra time. So on board with Eduardo Mortara. But what a phenomenal drive from this young Austrian. He has been superb up against incredible pressure. The first race of 2017. Lucas Auer wins. Timo Glock P2. My Okay, hold your breath. Stand by. Here comes race number 2. Good start from Timo Glock. A blistering start from Jamie Green, who could find himself in P2. And Rennie Rast is being mugged here right at the start of the race. He runs out really, really wide and is going to lose a load of positions. We've got, I think that's Robert Wickens into the barriers. It is Robert Wickens that's gone into the barriers there. Timo Glock, Jamie Green, then it is Mike Rockenfeller.
I think his position was not so good at the start. They tried to block the position to Mortara. Then he's run out really, really wide. Yeah, we see the crash with Luc Duval. Yeah, and then we see he was not in the real good position towards turn 2.
So let's see this. Wickens up the inside of Nico Muller then. Oh, and Luc Duval was actually right on the outside of those 3, wasn't he? And it could also be really disadvantageous for him. So as they head now, look at this. What did I say? Jamie Green, and the one that's been mugged now is Timo Glock. He's down to P4. And from nowhere, look at Lucas Auer. Big lock-up from Lucas Auer team. And
we see Jamie Green was a few inches in front of Timo Glock.
it depends which line you use.
Exactly. We will need to see how they analyze this, but this might be the problem in the safety car restart.
Okay.
This is the first. I'm not so sure if you have to be completely parallel or even away a little bit back.
Timo Glock trying to come back at Bruno Spengler, who was one of those that got past him.
Rennie Rast got turned with Maxime Martin in the back.
Oh, no. Well, it's gone from bad to worse for Rennie Rast, and then race leader, and wonder if he was just run out there by Maro Angle. That would have been, I would have thought.
Trying to dive to the inside of the hairpin.
Well, Matthias Ekstrom, he's got the job done even before they've got the hairpin. If they can scrub off the speed, as now Timo Glock goes for the what we call the switchback there, but Ekstrom needs to make that car really wide, doesn't he, going into the next turn? I think Timo Glock has got enough. Oh. Bear in mind, these tyres, they're not warmed anymore, are they?
Yeah, they get cooled down with the water.
Yeah.
And like we saw, as it started to rain, the curbs start to hold more water.
Yes.
And
whoa, good avoidance from both Paul de Resta and also from Marco Wittmann. Here at Hockenheim.
Oh, Lucas Auer ran too late on the brakes.
He's going to lose
both positions.
So he's in behind Gary Paffett now. Gary Paffett will look at the outside. Will he try the undercut here and try and go up the inside of Marco Wittmann? He does now. And that is a brilliant move by Gary Paffett. He set that up almost by selling a dummy to Marco Wittmann, didn't he? Of going to the outside, first of all. Marco then moved to the outside to protect that line. And he's, whoa, if he can hold on to this, it'll be a great save from Marco Wittmann. And he does manage to hold on to it. In the meantime, Lucas Auer seems to be skating around behind him. Jamie Green then. He takes a win in race number 2 here